Well, I wasn't planning on making this, but I think I will. Um, yeah, so interesting things have sort of happened or happening. I'm going to talk about two of them. I guess the first one would be about TF2, because I think people are wondering, like, what will I do now that the bot situation is addressed? I'm still boycotting and not going to play it. As simple as that. And the reason is the bots are going to come back, and they already have to an extent, but they're apparently being banned quickly now. Apparently, it was something in the works for years. There was this ban wave, and they just didn't process it. So, Valve, in a sense, are culprits in this. So, I was kind of right actually. Like they were keeping the bots in the community to just inflate it, because they could have done this ban wave like any time, and they just decided now, like towards the end of June. It's fucking bizarre. I'm still in a bit of disbelief at that. It's better late than never, but what? Why so far into the future? Doesn't make any sense. Uh, Trying to think what else to say. Well, they need to do updates for starters. I think that's a good place to start. And updates that just on community maps and stuff. Like new game modes are fun, except for zombie infection. That was a bit shit, to be honest. But new game modes are fun anyway, so just keep bringing something to the table, I guess, until it is fun, or even more fun than usual, you know. But yeah, the other things like balancing this stuff, but that usually comes with the patches anyway. I also think there needs to be more done with like the community moderation, because I've already made a video on this about the things that TF2 or fixed TF2 should do that people aren't talking about. For some reason, people agree with me when I thought they wouldn't. I thought there'd be a lot of resilience, to be honest. Like, oh, this is a stupid idea. No, I got 3 likes. I don't know if it's got any comments actually. I was quite surprised anyway. It did really surprise me. Certainly wasn't expecting that sort of reaction. I thought, yeah, I was fucked after this. People are going to unsub and whatnot. Um, Trying to do my one guy story stuff for some reason whilst doing this. Yeah, there's just bits that can be done that can make the game so much more fun. Like a system that rewards players for good behaviour. That's a good thing for starters. That's something that needs to be implemented, because I think a lot of the time casual servers can be just unplayable for various different reasons. Like you get some trolls or even stalkers to an extent, because I think somehow the bots in this example, they stalk you essentially. So they find out you're a player who is susceptible to bots, like maybe because of a disability or something, and then they fucking stalk you. They join your game randomly and ruin it. I think that's what they do. I could be wrong, but that's how I've seen it. And yeah, uh, my dailies, not dailies, fucking hell. Too distracted. How many characters there are? Yeah, it's just a lot to be done, and I can't exactly cover it all now, especially with my memory issues with the fucking medication. Um, it gets stressful as well, just trying to think about how to fix the fucking game. But it's not my fucking job. It's not the player's job to do this. It's the developers. Like, and if I was running a game company, for example, I would assign some work time to playing the games that they've made. Because I think this would expand the fucking scope of the game as well as improve it. It'll fix a lot of the bugs and stuff, and allow you to make quality of lives here and there. I don't think Genshin Impact's developers necessarily play the game, for example, or at least if they do it on an account that's already sort of predetermined, like all the gear and stuff. So that's pretty much cheating. So they've never actually tested the game properly. Obviously, Imaginary Fears that I played today was fucking terrible. That reminds me, I need to render the random moments video. Fuck. I'll get that open. Oh my god, that's frustrating though. On other news, it's all relates to Genshin actually. It's about the Gacha games, and I'm just saying here now that I'm not on board with promoting new Gacha games or anything. I think two is enough for me. I don't like Gachas, I just like the games for the story and the characters and partly the gameplay. And also the world. The reason why there's such a toxic community is because there's a conflict of interests and basically a commitment has to be made. So the commitment being you have to log in daily and you have to, for some reason, be perfect at a game mode or event, which I find so fucking stupid. Like in Honkai Star Rail, there was actually two events actually. I just despised because they just weren't well designed. They felt designed to just frustrate you, and that just wasn't good for anyone. And people were just fed up with it at this point. I don't think anyone ever praised it, and that's really showing that it's not a good fucking minigame. On the other hand, you've got the Candy Crush game, and people love that. People, as far as I know, weren't complaining about it. It wasn't boring, it wasn't unfun. I enjoyed it to an extent. That's fair praise from me. Oh, come on. Yeah, I see people like promoting Wuthering Waves and some other one. Try Xenostone Zero, that's the other one. Yeah, I'm just not on board with it. I just can't be bothered. I've got too much to do as it is anyway. Like, I wake up late because of my fucking medication. I try to do an hour and a half of music each day. Just to fit in artwork, and on top of this, I've got my making food and stuff, a specific diet. And like my game time is mainly is a bit bigger now than before. But I have to somehow fit in things like exercise and also of all things my bowel movements, because I have ulcerative colitis and that's not fun. But the fucking thing is just disruptive. It can happen 3 times a day, it can happen up to 6. And actually I broke my record the other day, I think, with like 7. It's not a fun thing to have. It just gets in the way and takes so much time out of your day. Like, imagine 3 or 4 minutes on the toilet with this. Well, not on the toilet, but I mean in the bathroom. And yeah, nothing comes out. It's just mucus. It's disgusting. That's the reality of it. And times that by 6 or 7, and you've got a fairly big number there. It's a fairly big portion of the day. And it's almost half an hour of the day. So you can see why I don't have time for games, and this is partly why I'm not actually going to play any other games now, I don't think. I'm pretty much set on the ones I've got now. Final Fantasy, Deep Rock, I've got Star Rail and Genshin, and Rocksmith, of course, and music. I'm going to try learning playing God by Polyphia. I think that's going to be a fun one. I fucking love that song. I've got it stuck in my head on repeat ever since listening to it. It's just insane. It's like a bossa nova thing with pop elements, I guess you could call that. Like the whistle. Yeah. I've got a busy schedule of games, and I think the only time I'm ever going to change games is one, if one of these games I'm playing, or both, all of them, or whatever, fuck up. Two, when they actually end. So, the lifespan of Genshin Impact will probably be at the end of like 2028 or something. I don't know, because we've still got one more region to explore, two actually, not one, that are relative to the elements, and then you've got, I think, Comria, and then Heavenly Principles, or whatever. There's a good 4 patches. But it's just interesting. Also, there's the possibility of like it completely intergalactic. And then you've got Honkai Star Rail, which is probably going to be actually much longer, given the amount of stuff in it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. But that's the only way that I'm going to get off these games. It's not like I'm just weak-minded or anything. I can give up these whenever I want. Just I've sunk so much time and money into it, not sunk cross vanity, but just I need to get my money's worth, to be honest. It's as simple as that. And I want to enjoy the games full and the gaming itself, if that makes sense. And I have games on my phone I'm meant to play, like, I'm not sure if I should say actually, but I think people do it anyway. Like, I have Pokemon, um, Burnout all games, because I'm really interested to play those. I saw them when I was young and fucking like them. They could be interesting. I'm just fed up of wasting my time on certain games, and if the games are going to be difficult nowadays, then I don't see any point in playing them. It's just not fun to me. And it was the case of like Wuthering Waves when I first saw that it was apparently better than Genshin. My first thought was it really? Because it's just the honeymoon phase. We've had this with every single fucking gacha game that's come out since. This happened with like the other one, Tower Defense Fantasy or something. Can't remember the name. I don't know why that was the name that came to head. There's no way it's called that. At some point, it's just like, shut the fuck up, please. And the crazier thing is that people think, or the content creators anyway, think that people are on board with these games. Think that somehow people are going to play them because they do. That's not how it works. People play games if they're good, or if there's any like value to them. So yeah, nobody's going to really go on board with that. I don't blame people for not even trying them. It's probably my. I still know I didn't mention this earlier. My autism, I have PDD, which is like kind of the opposite of aversion, PDA. That's like where I sort of diverge from something if I'm presented it. So like with popular things, I'm always skeptical. I was like this with everything, like TV shows, gaming, music for that matter. I was a bit skeptical, still am. And really the only way I can refute the point that everything popular and new is shit is by watching it myself. I remember when Squid Game came out, I pretty much binge watched that and I thought it was okay. It really wasn't what people were saying it was. It was just okay. And that was that really. That's partly why I'm skeptical as well. I like One Piece has recently become popular and I'm interested in that, but there's so many fucking episodes. I don't have the attention span for that. Help. Anyway, I'm talking about this now. I'm interested to know what people think anyway. Yeah, I'll see everyone in another video or something.